Okay, I want to go ahead and do my daily reading this morning. I want to do things a little differently than normal. Um, Actually, I want to take a more look at the cards more. I highly suggest when you're doing readings to look at the cards and see what's popping out to you. And this is my first look. Throw your meanings out the door and see what jumps out on the card. And of course, the meanings. You, of, you can use those, but at the same time, there's been many readings that I've done that the cards, something in the picture, is representing something that has absolutely nothing to do with the card whatsoever. So I'm kind of going to intermingle the two because this will work a lot. First of all, I have a 9 and a 4. So that's 13, and 1 plus 3 is 4. So the whole thing today is about stability. The first thing that come to mind is the Emperor card, and this is about, again, stability. Could also be about your father, because this is a father or father figure, but a lot about hard work and getting hard work done for the day. But my first card here, I got the Nine of Swords, and the very first thing that jumped out at me was, well, Nine of Swords is reversed. And the first thing that jumped out is this little guy here on her shoulder. I guess this is her. But he jumped out on her shoulder, and what that really made me think of more than anything is like something nagging, something on your shoulder. It reminds me of the cartoons of when I was a kid. You have the devil on one side and the angel on one side, and they're both kind of nagging at you. And what I got that as is basically something nagging at you. And this card is about fear. And when it's reversed, it's saying fears are being let go. It's time you're no longer have those anxieties and fears. Those are calming down and beginning to go away and getting over all those. There's also a cat on the bottom, and that kind of stood out for me. And there's a this wave right here, and I'm not sure exactly what the wave is representing for me. Uh, you know, well, it's just the coloring, I guess, on the bed, but I got it more as a wave. So this could be a wave of emotion that's going away. And the cat. I don't know exactly what I'm not. I didn't pick anything up with that. Okay, the central card here I got is, this is the Knight of Cups, and it is reversed for me. And what stood out for me immediately was right here on the top. There's some seashells laying there, and I got the word, pieces, or pieces of like things. And usually, with the Knight of Cups, it's about someone who's being dishonest. This is the used cars man, carman, used car guy when he comes up reverse. Being dishonest. But it's kind of reminding me of pieces of something that maybe somebody's trying to get rid of to you, or you know, something that they don't want or whatever. But also the moon stands out for me very, very strong, and the cup, as if the moon, like it was a ball or something in the cup and it fell out, which again, this would be emotion and connect well with the card. As far as this guy really has no emotion, doesn't really care, and it seems more than anything, this part stood right on his back right here, this little hard shell. And what I get from that is he really doesn't care emotion wise. Um, Whatever it is, these pieces here that maybe he's trying to get rid of, because I guess because they're on the ground. And that being on his back is kind of like, to me, trying to cover his back, so to speak. So, um, whatever situation that would be. He's trying to get, you know, get rid of something. But again, this is, like I said, it's the used salesman card when it comes up reversed for me, and that's how I tend to see that. Somebody that's dishonest, and you know they can be very, very sneaky. So you need to watch out for that, and make sure you're not doing that yourself when a court card comes up. Okay, the final card I got for the day would be the Four of Pentacles, and it is reversed. And what stood out for me immediately on this thing is there's a hand, which I've never really noticed these before. A hand down here, and it was as if the coins have fallen out of this hand. Then later I noticed that there's another one, an arm and a hand, but as if the coins are, it's kind of grasping, that hand's grasping for them, or they fell out of the hand. So this is letting go of money, or losing money for these gold coins here. And this purple robe here stood out. Now, some purple is a lot about spiritual understanding and so forth, especially if you understand about chakras and so forth, which this is something that I'm definitely going to be working on for the week. And this could be, well, I'm starting to get more of, because of the way the two are connecting here, is a release of letting go of worldly materials to focus more on the spiritual side, the spiritual aspect. Now, that's not the meaning of the card, but that's what I'm getting with it right now. Also, what I had stand out was the clock here, and it was like it was connected to the hand that's around her neck. And the first thing that popped to my mind is, you know, time. It's going to take time. So a lot of this may well be pointing toward, you know, taking effort and time to let go of, you know, the more materialistic ego side of the world, to gain that more spiritual side. The purple's also, you know, it deals with royalty also. But this here stood out to me, and her hair, which I'm going to put it up there so you can see. You can see the clock, and I definitely got that more as hair, actual hair. Um, and it was kind of coming to me as money being lost or having to be let go of, or you know, some spending that maybe you didn't really necessarily want to do today, and for possibly a woman that has black hair. That's just what came to me with that. Um, like I said, the four I've already went over, and that's what I'm going to leave it at. That's how I'm going to do this today. Um, I hope you enjoyed it. I know I'll be back with more videos, and I did want to say the people who like the page to go ahead and you know, hover over your like button, and make sure you put you know, connect where my posts go into your feed, because of the new Facebook thing. I mean, a lot of viewers aren't able to see these anymore. I've made a massive drop to over 300 and some people that's been able to see it within the past 4 or 5 days, down to like 180 people, and then the actual reach that I'm getting is very, very small. You know, so if you're interested in watching these and then getting updates on, you know, different readers and different decks, and just different things that I do on the page, make sure you put that to where you get it in your feed. I suggest they have an interest list, which you can set up an interest list. I have, if you'll scroll down the page, you'll find how you can set up an interest list and put the Hermit's Vision page on there. So you do get the actually get to see everything. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll be back either later or tomorrow.